Slow day today. I was extremely weary. I think I drank too much coffee late in the afternoon, and I was wide awake like a jackrabbit until the wee hours of the morning this morning. So I really haven't done a whole lot today except play the German turn. I haven't done literally anything. I've either been working or snoozing and snacking. So I guess the mountains will do that to you. Now, let's have a talk about Scorpion a bottle, Corson pocket, and this particular situation where at the top of turn 4, Soviets have initiative. One of the things that I like to do when I play these games, it's interesting to, you can approach these in one of two ways. Sort of set it up, play it blindly, don't look at the reinforcement schedule, don't know when you've got stuff coming or when the other side has stuff coming, and just try and do the best with what you have. And this is one of those instances where I took that approach for both sides. I didn't really pay too much attention to sort of the significant level of reinforcements that may or may not be arriving over the course of the scenario. And so at the top of turn 3, the Soviets got some reinforcements. I'm just grabbing the list here to see what else is coming on the, I think the 5th of Feb. There's a couple of tank corps arrive, which is this turn for the Soviets. So they'll pick up some fresh meat to throw into the grinder, because the Germans got their reinforcements and they picked up 16th and 17th Panzer, and it really was a little bit of a puzzle to try and solve here, because the Russians had advanced and encapsulated this area here, isolated these two groups, and I forget what the name of the town is. It's Sven something or other, Rodka. I can't see all the letters here underneath. But it was just a single thread, right? There was a 844 here, 744 here, this guy, a couple of units here. In fact, these guys need to be DG'd before I forget it. And then with the arrival of these two formations, it really gave me an opportunity to think about how I wanted to extricate myself out of the pocket here. So bringing 5th SS down with very limited resources. We had to scrap and scramble to A, fly supply in to keep these guys in supply for the turn, and then B, provide enough movement capability and then a chance to attack into this hex here to try and slow down the brunt of 18th and 20th and whatever else is over here. There's another formation here, 29th, sorry. 18th, 29th, 20th and 5th, I think. No, 5th is over that side. All here, right? And so now we know there's two more tank armies coming this way or coming in somewhere on the board. The Germans did a great job of knocking stuff out here, and they killed a bunch of steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I want to say 7 steps, maybe 8 steps of units. Got hit pretty aggressively and taken out of the game, and that has really blunted the fighting capability of this force here, to the extent that, let's see if I can get in here without making too much of a mess. Let's see what's in here. I don't think there's a whole lot. Yeah, there's a division there with a step loss or 2 underneath it. Doesn't matter what it is at the moment. And I've got 1 unit from 5th Motorized here. It's probably artillery. And 2 units here, 2 836s. That's it. And these 2 guys here. So it's a complete shit show for first Ukraine front. Second Ukraine front, we've got most of... can I get this guy? Yeah, I've got 2 units there for them. And not much else. So they have really been chewed up, and there's no replacements in this game. You just get reinforcements in this particular scenario. Oh, hang on. Yeah, so that, of course, 29th is full strength, and they should be, I think they were in this hex. I want to say I bumped them, and if not, that's where they should be anyway. I really wish this was a larger map. It's just very, very inconvenient. And if this is what the entire 4-map game was going to be like, I can probably tell you now I won't be playing unless it's a team effort. It's just way too congested. It's very interesting, but it's very, very difficult to not fat finger stuff, and I've knocked stuff all over the place, even just on a space this size. So anyway, great puzzles to be solved here. Lots of optioning and thinking through, and the great thing, being a solo player here with OCS is that, we can try stuff, but if that doesn't really work out, or we come up with a better idea after we've done something, it's pretty easy to rewind stuff and then retry to sort of, make it a little bit more interesting and I won't say more historical, but just more interesting in general. So Soviets in rough shape, but 2 army corps coming. Let's see, 2 tank corps coming, and let's see where they come on. That might be interesting to look at. 216, so it's going to be on this side. Yeah, all right. So that'll be right here. They'll appear here. Here. And they'll be able to power on down into this very, relatively weak mess. There's 2 3/4 strength Panzer divisions, but not a whole lot else going on. So hopefully that will be enough to keep them in good shape. There will be enough forces here to hold the line for the Germans. On the flip side of things, how can I best use these 2 corps? Can I race them down here, and try and cross the line here and cut everybody off? That might be interesting. Who knows? Or do I come back down through here and try and just bludgeon my way through? Well, anyway, that's all the fun of OCS. We'll talk soon. Ciao.